To be living elemental is to be living a more balanced life. I'm your host, Sarah Ann, and the founder of Jade Scott Design. Through my interior design studio and Feng Shui practice, I awaken clients to the idea that their home is just as essential to their well-being as is to their mind and bodies. Essentially, nature's elements create balance and support, and through the lens of home, we can utilize their power when applied intentionally. Through this podcast, it is my intention to open you up to the idea that by living elemental through mind, body, and spirit will have a significant impact on your home and your life. In the last episode on Earth, we gave the analogy of a child leaving home for the first time. Although they may or may not want to leave the comforts of home or that cozy earth energy, as they move into the next phase of life, the metal phase, the experience of maturity and new beginnings starts to become more apparent. The energy of metal requires a bit more focus and a sense of stability. Are they ready to stand on their own 2 feet? If nourished by the other elements in the cycle, then yes, they probably are. So we begin to re-enter this yin phase in our cycle. This is the autumn season and harvest time. The metal element represents a time of gathering and preparation. The weather is starting to cool, and we begin to prepare for going inward during the water season of winter. All energy is now beginning to slow down. Evening hours or dusk represent metal just before we begin to settle into the dark night of water. The metal element understands the importance of organizing and editing. We begin to refine our ideas, and the energetic shift goes from upward and outward to a more inward energy. For example, as a business owner, in the autumn months, I start to get in touch with my metal element at this time. I look at what's working, what hasn't worked for me over the previous months. What can I strip away to make space for new ideas to come when it's time to start planning for next year? As it relates to our home's feng shui, metal energy is sharp and it's precise. You can think of steel construction, where an architect needs focused energy to develop a building that requires strength, support, safety. Their vision must be sharp and calculated to achieve that. And because metal's energy gives shape and form, it's typically found in our interiors via harder elements. So, countertops and stone finishes, such as granite and marble, are all metal elements, as is concrete flooring and iron railings. In our furnishings, we'll see metal in the legs of chairs and desks for additional strength and support that's required. Decoratively speaking, you could add crystals or gemstones, metal trays or bowls to tabletops, maybe metal picture frames to your shelves or mantles. These are all great ways to bring in that metal energy. You could also use metal to detoxify a space, perhaps after a decluttering project or a visitor you just had that had kind of low vibes. You can sprinkle salt, which is a metal, around the perimeter of a room or your entire home to remove any residual stagnant chi. Just allow the salt to soak it up and sweep it up 24 hours later. Metal is also represented by round shapes and colors, such as the obvious metallics, but also grays, whites, and even pastel colors. What's interesting is the interplay of metal and water, both being yin energies, and they're evident in nature by the representation of the ocean, where water continually runs over metal, being salt. And in our homes, we see this same interplay through our metal pipes and plumbing, which carries the water throughout the home. So, metal, just like minerals, it nourishes us back into the water phase where we are now ready to go inward with our refined yet organized ideas and thoughts and prepare to plant new seeds and play with our intuition a bit more. And it's from here that the cycle continues. Your support of the Living Elemental podcast means so much to me. Thank you all for listening and following along. This outlet is becoming one of the best things I've ever done, and I want to continue to support you at home. So, in celebration of our launch, I am doing a giveaway for 3 lucky winners who will each receive a home energy kit. Inside these kits will be a few tools you can use to uplift the energy of your home or office, really anywhere you need some increased positive chi or energy. In order to be entered into the drawing, you just need to rate and review this podcast, take a screenshot and email it to our team at jsd@jadescottdesign.com, or you can just DM your screenshot at jadescottdesign on social. I will put all of those links in the show notes for you as well. We'll run this giveaway through the next few weeks, ending after the release of our bonus episodes, where we talk about each element and their attributes and how they all support one another. I thought doing these episodes would be a great reference for you as we expand into the elements going further. So please remember to rate and review. We will announce 3 winners the week of February 6th and hopefully get those to you right before Valentine's Day. So just a small token from us for sharing the love. All of this and more can be found on our website at jadescottdesign.com. Until next time, stay well.